Hello friends, welcome to Study by Technology, and in our today's session we are going to discuss about the variable valency, right? So as you all know that elements exhibit the valencies, which is actually capacity of the given element, but there are some elements which exhibit more than one valency, right? These elements are, for example, copper, right? Your iron, tin, and mercury. So these are the elements which exhibit more than one valencies, right? So in that case, in case of if we talk about copper, it exhibits valency as plus 1 or plus 2. So if it exhibits valency plus 1, it forms ion Cu plus. If it exhibits valency plus 2, it exhibits ion Cu2 plus. Alright. Similarly, in case of iron, it exhibits valency plus 2 and it exhibits valency plus 3. So if it exhibits valency plus 2, it forms ion Fe2 plus, and if it exhibits valency plus 3, it forms ion Fe3 plus. Same case goes with tin also, that it exhibits valency plus 2 or plus 4. So if it exhibits valency plus 2, it forms ion Sn2 plus, or it forms ion Sn4 plus. Fine. In the same manner, we have for mercury, that is it exhibits plus 1 and it exhibits plus 2. So in that case, it forms ion Hg plus and it forms ion Hg2 plus, right? Now if they either they exhibit their ion as a lower valency or they form ion with higher valency. Okay. So now in case they form ion with the lower valency, we get OS as suffix. Okay. Or if I can write it in some another way, if they exhibit compound with lower valency, we get suffix us, that is OUS. And if they exhibit higher valency, they form compound with higher valency, we get suffix ic. Fine. Now if we go here, the Cu plus, this can be called as cuprous. Cuprous, This can be called as cupric. This can be called, since this is 2 plus and 3 plus, so 2 is a lower one, so we can call it as ferrous. And since this is 3 plus, that is a higher one, so we call it ferric. This is 2 for 10, there 2 and 4. 2 is a lower one, so this will form OUS, that is stannous. And SN4 plus will form stannic. Fine. Then we have mercury. So this will be lower one, plus 1 and plus 2. So this is plus 1. This one will be mercurous. And this one will be mercuric. It's a higher one, so it will be mercuric. Alright. So just remember one thing, like in case these are the 4 elements which exhibit multiple valencies or variable valencies. So if the valency exhibited by them is lower, we will get OUS. If the valency exhibited by them is higher, then this is IC. Alright. Now if we take some examples related to the compound formation, like let's say we have copper and oxygen, right? Now let's say valency of oxygen is 2 minus, and if it is forming plus 1. Now what will be the compound? This will be Cu2O. In our later videos, I will discuss about the compound formation also, how we can achieve this kind of relationship. This is Cu2O. So here the valency exhibited by copper is 1. So this will be known as cuprous oxide. Cuprous oxide. In the same manner, we have, if it exhibits valency 2 plus and oxygen also exhibits valency of 2 minus, in that case the compound formed will be CuO, and that will be named as cupric oxide. Cupric oxide. Fine. In the same fashion, if we go ahead and try to figure out about the iron also, like if iron exhibit valency of plus 2 and oxygen exhibits valency of 2 minus, this the compound will form is FeO, and that's none other than ferrous oxide. Ferrous oxide, right? In the same manner, like let's say this time iron is going to exhibit plus 3 as valency, so this will be 3 plus plus O2 minus. Now this 2 will go here and 3 will go here, so this will form Fe2O3. and the name of the compound will be ferric oxide because it is exhibiting higher valency. Right? So I hope the concept is clear to all of you. That's the basic difference between ferrous, ferric, cuprous, cupric, right? And the details about the variable valency. Hope the point is clear to all of you. Please feel free to let me know in case if you have any kind of doubt or queries. Have a nice time. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.